Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday and welcome into Zelda Speedruns. Today we have Skyward Sword Randomizer Season 4 tournament, Game 2 of the best of 3 in the quarterfinals between 64-bit Link and Audrey. Tracking today are Featherblade and the hardest working person in Randomizer, Baseball. And commentating alongside me is Tomomodachi. How are you, Momo?
I'm here. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I haven't commentated with you in a while, so this will be fun.
I haven't commentated in a while. I'll be so for real. I barely know the season 4 settings, but we're here. So
Yeah. So, Game 1 was not restreamed. It took place yesterday. Audrey won over 64-bit Link. I did not really get to see any of it because I was out most of the day. But yeah, should be a good race. I think Audrey's probably the favorite here, but we will have to see how it goes.
I believe in 64.
Yeah, 64 is definitely a much more experienced player than Audrey. He's been around since, I think, the Season 1 tournament, since the beginning of SSR. Audrey is a little newer, but Audrey's gotten really good the past few years, so should be an exciting race. And we are about to get underway in a few seconds. We will have a random spawn in one of either in Link's room or in the region with the starting tablet, so we will see where we start.
Alright, Volcano Ascent.
Yeah, there are quite a few checks they can get here. It's Skyview Earth Temple
ETFS.
So digging mitts will be 100% required. Well, almost certainly required. Gorge and Skyloft Village are barren, and we only have 2 barren hints. So that means every other region has a potentially useful item. That is making me think potentially we're going to have something pretty important on Betrow. Potentially also maybe Tad Tones are required and some songs. There should be 3 barren hints. If you only get 2, it means every other region has something. Usually when you get fewer barren hints, it's telling you stuff like Flooded Barren Woods and Betrow's House that can be barren are not. Sorry, that is in the hints now, David. Yeah. We'll see. Sky to Girahim 1. And that extra wallet will be really nice for them when they have access to Beetle Shop. Money can always be kind of tight in SSR. So getting money early is a nice thing. Yeah, so I think we're just going to see them kind of traverse through early Elden here. There are a fair number of checks you can do. The 5 Earth Temple key pieces are shuffled in the Elden Volcano region. So they are going to have to find all 5. They will ping. They'll douse. There's a small chance that none of the 5 are going to be on a dig spot, but it doesn't happen that often. I think 64 is going to do dig spot RPM here.
Yo, the Remlets throwback. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, this also was like an old. Are those are claw shots? Okay, well.
That do be.
Yeah, claw shots, the single most important item in Skyward Sword. Getting those early is really nice. They make it so much faster to get around the world. They open up a lot of things in Farron and Lanayru. So 64-bit is doing a trick on in back in time. It's called reverse bit magic. What he's gonna do is set some memory in his game as he loads in his file, and it will set the memory. Is that? Huh. So that is interesting. Emerald Tablet was in Boko Base. It is not our path to Girahim 1. Oh, yeah, and unfortunately, 64-bit only got Heart Piece. Yeah, Ryukin, there has to be something at least useful on Betrow. Every region has to have a at least potentially useful item. If you only get 2 Baron hints. So, yeah, that Sky to Girahim 1 is probably our Water Dragon scale. Or Digging Mitts, or something that leads to them. Which, when you get to Skyview, you're going to have some interesting things to figure out with that.
Mm-hmm.
There's one location in Skyview Temple that logically requires the Water Dragon scale and a pair of Digging Mitts. If it has a small key or a boss key, essentially those 2 items can be required to beat the dungeon. So that hint is telling you that there's something on the dig spot. And okay, there's
Slingshot.
Yeah, it looks like there's another key piece above the Magma Turf entrance, but not 2.
The bottle.
Yeah, a bottle. Which you are going to want some bottles this seed because you do have to go into Fire Sanctuary. Alright.
No, I think once you do your early Elden rounds here, you go ahead, you do your Skyloft rounds, and then you just book it to Farron. I think no matter what you find,
you're gonna go into Skyview, and then I think you're gonna kind of gamble with. Well, okay, so that is interesting because so the thing that hint. So we got our scale now. So that Sky to Girahim 1 path has to be for something leading to our Digging Mitts.
Could it not just be a beetle?
Oh, it could be. If all of the other beetles are locked behind that first beetle. Yeah. Girahim 1 is... Oh, and there is our first Triforce. Yeah, I mean, the Sky Loop, I think you're going to do anyway. With these items, Claw Shots, you can get an extra hint in Skyloft. You're maybe going to think about checking Betrow 5 and 10. Since you got 10 crystals. It's not necessarily ideal, but if you're doing so much on Skyloft anyway. But, Adri, skipping the Bamboo Island. He might have just not thought about that. Alright, our Spiral Charge Rocks are both dead, so... whatever that path item in the sky is, it's... yeah. Audrey, interesting. Audrey skipping another hint stone here.
Might just be waiting for the bottle to check the hint.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm surprised he's not going to Lumpy Pumpkin though, because of the path.
Yeah.
That's
I feel
like that's the thing more that surprises me.
Yeah. Could always check it when you're already on your way to Farron, though. Like, I guess I maybe get it a little bit.
Extra wallet is very nice. Because unless Adri literally has to, well, even if Adri has to buy everything, they start with the Horned Colossus Beetle, so you can buy all the items. Which is a nice one trip for a Beetle shop. That is kind of the big change. One of the big changes we made between Season 3 and Season 4 that affects a lot was reducing the number of checks in Beetle Shop.
Is it just the 5?
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. We had some more extensive purchases. Yeah, so 64 now is in the sky a little behind Adri, and he is booking it for hint stones. Triforce of Power.
Triforce of Power.
Woods. Yeah, all of the Triforce hints, all of the Triforce pieces have a hint somewhere. The other thing is we will get one hint stone with 2 hints, because you get a fixed number of hints and only Baron hints appear on the hint stones, and so if there's 2, you have 1 more stone than number of hints. That is Fair and Lower Bumble Rock. Yes, as Featherblade points out, sometimes the hints even appear before you've picked up the Triforce. There is, of course, no guarantee that those hints will be useful. That is a beetle. Okay, so that is interesting. Because that means that is going to lock all of our other beetles. I mean, I suspect Audrey's gonna get it when he goes to Farron. I think that was what he was waiting on going there for. And
yeah, which not a bad choice.
Yeah, it's more the Bamboo Island hint that surprised me.
Yeah.
Right. Sealed Grounds has Courage, so we may have all of our Triforce pieces soon. And the Water Dragon's reward is dead, which is nice. We did add the Flooded Farron Woods region and the final reward. You've got to collect 3 groups of Tadtones. And I honestly, from where 64 is, this makes a lot of sense to skip.
Oh, and you're starting Statue's Forest Temple. You just go into Skyview right away.
Yeah, I mean, basically the only thing that could stop him from beating this is if he needs mitts. But yeah, I mean, I like this play from 64 where he is.
I do too.
I think getting that beetle is telling you can probably beat the dungeon. He can basically do everything. He can ping or do everything in the Farron region at this point with the items. So potentially he's just going to one-trick it. And so far, Audrey is kind of checking out here. Like, Cave's Key is not useful until you get your Amber Tablet, for example. And with Claw Shots, this is going to be a really easy clear. I think the other thing 64 might honestly be hoping for is that this is not a small key. So I think the worst case for you in his position is that you do the best of 3 overlay is missing. Whoops. That is fixed now. Sorry.
Adri won game 1.
Yeah, Adri won game 1. I thought I fixed that, but that should be coming up now. All right, Skyloft Trial is dead. Okay, well, that is a small key. With that, I don't think you're going to do any pit shenanigans yet. But 64 might anyway. Just worrying about it. Yeah.
Are we bit warping?
We are. I don't hate this. There is not a bit trick for the Skyview dig spot. There is at least not that you can do. It's entirely possible there is one if, you know, but it's not race legal. But yeah, I mean, 64-bit basically, he's kind of hoping if there's a key there, it's just a small key. Whatever that check is on the dig spot, he's gonna be orphaning that for a very long time. He's not gonna have much reason to come back to Skyview. And so 64-bit is doing what's called a bit warp. He's gonna load in his file in back in time as he loads his main file in, and it will change the coordinates.
Whip.
And it will warp him into an unloaded room in Skyview Temple. So he's gonna have to run back. Yeah, that whip is not... With these dungeons, that whip is not super useful. Doesn't unlock a lot, but... I think we're now going to see Adri just follow 64 into Farron. He's going to check Lumpy Pumpkin, see that beetle. Yeah, we don't really have Greg because the reason it's Greg in Ocarina of Time is there is only the one. That's why Tim, the tumbleweed, is our meme item. We have multiple green rupees. Whip does not lock anything in these dungeons. It potentially can lock that item that 64 just looked at behind the whatchamacallit. But
Colin's litter.
Yeah, that'll.
My brain thought that was an archipelago item for a second there.
I've still not played Archipelago for SSR.
That's fun. I haven't played it myself, but I've watched a lot of it.
I haven't done an Archipelago in like a year at this point.
Nindy, is it Wallace or is it Wally? I thought it was Wally the wooden shield.
I think it's Wallace.
Oh, well, I always call it Wally, so I'm going to continue calling it Wally. And then there's
Where's
Quentin
Wallace?
the Quiver.
Craig.
There's, you know... Ooh!
Well, that's actually pretty convenient. The one thing is 64-bit cannot go backwards through the key lock door here. It will soft lock him.
Yeah. Well, I think...
You can go backwards through almost every other door that's key locked. That is the one kind of weird exception.
I think you just finish the dungeon and then enter back in afterwards.
You do. Yep, especially now that you got that H.
It is possible that it's still just a small key. We haven't seen the second one yet, so that's still best case scenario.
Yeah, he may... I didn't... But there is something in Three Eyes. Yeah, and what 64 is going to do is probably Death Warp. From the Three Eyes room, or Safe Scum it. Yeah, so that door in Skyview is the one key locked door you can't go through backwards. Yeah, and
I like what 64 is doing here.
Yeah,
I think 64
what he's going to do is probably go back in for the dig spot.
And you bank on 3 Eyes Room being the small key.
Yeah. He may also, because he may feel like he's the slower player, he may just risk it and not even grab either of those.
Mm-hmm.
But that is, yeah, I mean, yes. We're going to see a pretty vanilla fight. Literally the vanilla fight with the Goddess Sword. 64, who's done vanilla speed runs, should have pretty quick boss kills. I think that is one place where between the players, like 64 definitely the experience advantage with having speedrun the vanilla game. Will have a little faster. Yeah.
I think you're right, Viola. But I think because of how those maps in Fire Sanctuary work, it's not the same. Although I am not an expert.
Yeah, I don't know why. So, like, I can't tell you why it soft locks when you try and go through this door backwards. Because this is not... So, Skyview is a single map. It doesn't load in from the beginning, but everything is on one map. More gratitude crystals. Did 64 skip some gratitude crystals in Elden? He must. I think he's at 15 and is miscounting. So 64 did not open the door normally because he was concerned that the second small key was going to be on the dig spot. And if it was, potentially then you are key locked out of the dungeon, beating the dungeon. That's why he did the bit warp. Is that anything on the reward?
I have asked an expert about why it soft locks, and they are typing.
Is it Gymnast 86?
No, it's Yell.
Well, and we are going to see 3 Eyes, and yeah, like we said, 64 coming in for the dig spot, which is faster for him to get, and basically banking on 3 Eyes being a small key. This is the slowest check in what is otherwise a very fast dungeon. And so being able to skip it with the bit warp is a little faster than doing it vanilla. Yep, okay. So, yeah, 3 Eyes will have a small key.
That's good.
So that's a little bit of time saved for 64 here. Because the bit warp is definitely faster than doing this the regular way. And now 64 is going to full clear Farron Woods, Flooded Farron. Other than one bomb block check that he can ping but can't look at.
Yeah, so I think null is correct then, because Yal's theory is that it's a map transition even though it's one map.
That could be it. Because you can go backwards through some other ones. And yeah. Oh, and 64 almost skipped this dowsing chest. Oh, that... Okay. I was just miscounting crystals at some point then. No, Adri must have gotten 5 more crystals in... Oh, it was Beetle Shop. Yeah. One just thing to note, not that it will affect anything, but the Betrow 30 checks are in logic now.
Gross.
Come on, don't you like loose crystals?
No.
Why you gotta be a hater, Momo?
Because. Yeah, no, I think you're right. That's very likely why.
That 70 is not enabled in these settings. 50 is the highest Betrow. There will be 2 copies of a hint for Betrow 50. That Bombo Rock check that they can't get could just be the final Triforce piece.
Yeah. Because we did get a hint that there was one there, right?
Yeah. Well, not the final one, because we haven't seen the Sealed Grounds one, but yeah, it could be one of our Triforce pieces. There are 3 other checks, though, that 64 hasn't looked at yet.
Where were our barons again? Gorge and Village? Okay.
Yep.
I'm getting seed bleed.
It does happen. Yeah, I guess so 64 is doing this before he goes and climbs the Great Tree. He might be thinking... Oh, so he might be thinking about warping to start out of... He probably is thinking of warping to start out of Flooded Faring. And just going and clearing the rest of Eldin.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think he will go to Sealed Grounds and then go climb the Great Tree. Yeah, and this is...
Is that a bow?
Yes. It's not necessarily required for anything, but the bow is the most powerful weapon in the game against most enemies. It'll speed a few things up. Farore's Courage has required Gust Bellows, plus 1 other item. So that is probably telling us... Well, yeah, with Skyloft Village Baron, that's telling us we either have a small key or a boss key. Bellows locked in Fire Sanctuary.
It could just also be...
Or inside of the Great Tree.
Yeah, it could be the inside of the Great Tree, or it could be, what's that check on Central? Bird Nest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there are 4 checks, 5 checks in these settings outside of Elnath that are Bellows locked. Yeah, and that's the question is it second Magma? Is it Bombo Wall Chest? Is it just something in Skyloft? Again, like, I wonder if 64 is going to think about breaking into the Skyloft trial. Or the Farron trial here. I don't know that I would. But with that hint, it's not necessarily the worst idea.
For 2 items, I feel like it's worth it.
Yeah,
especially because...
What if it's like Bombad? Is one of them. Because the way the hints work is if one is required, both could be required items. I think the question is just, do you want to risk that Gust Bellows are logically required, but not actually required? Because it could also just be a small key. But I think 64 is going to think about it.
Well, I mean, you're also already here. Farron's pretty much full cleared beyond that, you know?
I think, yeah, he's already gotten the Flooded Farron Woods hint, but grabbed that Tad Tone anyway.
Platts is dead.
Yeah. And he is gonna... Interesting. I'm surprised he's not running to Sealed Grounds or doing anything on the Great Tree. Unless he's just flying out to fly back in. Yeah, okay. He may have changed how he's routing things.
Go into viewing platform.
I think that might be slightly faster than running out. It's... With Farron running around, I think is a little faster in most cases.
Okay, wait, maybe we're not doing bit.
Probably not yet. Is he gonna do the Boko push? Yes, he is.
The Boko push? What is this strat?
It's like Cube Warp.
Oh, to get that cube?
Yep.
I don't play with goddess cubes, so this is the first time I'm seeing this. Wow.
Yeah. It is a lot easier than the Cube Warp in Deep Woods. And it's a little faster if you get it right, because you don't have to climb up and down twice. Yeah, you can't aim a Skyward Strike up normally, but if you're aiming at a Boko, the sword aims upwards, and so you can get some verticality. It's like a small little time save.
I know in the any percent test they do a Boko push.
It's been a while since I saw the any percent test.
I watched it like 2 nights ago because I was bored.
That's the one with Lava Hop, right?
Yes. Indeedly do.
Alright, and there are 5 groups of Tad Tones that have useful items here in Flooded Farron Woods. That was not one of them. 64, I think, is just grabbing that for health. Small seed
Sally
satchel.
the Seed Satchel? We're just naming every item now.
Yeah, and you see again, Adri, because he did not do the Boko push, is going to have to climb the tree up a second time. I don't know if it actually saves that much time, but it's like a tiny little time save. Oh, that's unfortunate. That does happen in Flooded Farron. As you run out of air and take a death. Oh.
Bugnet.
Very, very useful item in these settings.
Listen, I love the Bugnet.
At Dasnix08. Don't actually at him. He's in a race right now.
And a bow. Oh.
Another bow. So, nothing actually useful here in Flooded Farron. But that bow can't be unrequired, so that's why it was not Farron. So 64 is going to go check the top of the Great Tree. And now I wonder, is he going to think about breaking into the Farron trial? I just don't know the answer. It's just like, it's a slow, getting into Back in Time is really slow, and the settings allow you to skip hard playing, so it doesn't always make a lot of sense to do a trial RBM. Yeah, and him not taking damage there, I think, is telling me he's not going to break in. But yeah, if I were 64, I would just go to Sealed Grounds at this point. Oh no, 64 I think is gonna do the RBM. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, I agree with this.
I think 64 is looking at this as he's the slower player and he's trying to play more aggressively, and I don't fault him at all in his shoes. Like, I think Adri is going to take a much safer, more conventional route through all of this. And so doing some of these back in time tricks could really help him. It's not that Adri doesn't play aggressively sometimes, but he's up 1-0 in the series, and he, I think, should feel a little favored. So he might be playing a little safer. And you really do get these in elimination races in a tournament. You get these kinds of clashes where someone who doesn't normally play aggressively will. But yeah, I mean, those gust bellows, again, it's like, the question is, how required are they? So what 64 is going to do is he's got to do a trick with Back in Time where he, as he loads in the file, slashes the trees in front of the waterfall cave, and that is the same flag to load in the trial gate. And that also does early Thunderhead, which you don't need because you started with Ballad, but there's a really nice visual cue. He does have to unload and reload the area, so he's going to go in and out of Deep Woods. But then you'll see the trial gate, and we know it worked because we saw the visual cue for it. I think with 2 items, you're just going to grab all of the relics on the way. Or all the tiers. Yeah, and that does look like it's what he's going to do. Alright, so that's 1 Dusk Relic down. That is useless. There's the second one, and we will figure out very quickly. Alright, so he's going to have to clear the trial. There are 3 Dusk Relics shuffled plus the final reward. Since 2 of them are junk, we know the final reward is going to have something at least possibly useful.
Really, only 3 relics shuffled?
Yep. We were trying to balance it so it was not too many items in each one. We ended up not changing it from
There's
season
bellows.
3. We've used more in some of the co-op tournaments, but I think figuring out trials is tricky. So, like I said, I mean, something like Bomb Bag or like Amber Tablet even, I think would be pretty good for 64. Interestingly, Adri did not go to Sealed Grounds either. I don't think.
Battle. Bomb Bag would also mean that 64 could clear out Earth Temple
Faster.
way ahead of schedule. Yeah.
Yeah,
Faster
I mean,
and ahead
I think
of schedule.
Nehru's Wisdom
with a possibly required beetle? Item. Yeah, I think that's what that was.
Possibly required beetle.
I think so.
Well, that means they're not going to go in and get it.
Yeah.
But he's checking. Yeah,
yep.
I mean, if that were required, that would be really useful info, though. So, that is also, I think, telling us that the Farron trial is locked behind the first beetle in some way. It could just be that Earth Temple has our progression at this point. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing that surprised me more, I think, was Adri didn't go to Sealed Grounds at all. Bat 50 has a sword.
Bat 50 has a sword. Okay, that's good to know.
Yes. Because it's at least gonna... You're not gonna go out of your way for crystals unless you're in go mode missing a sword and you decide that loose crystals are faster. But knowing where one of your 3 swords you need is very good. And there's our Triforce. Our last Triforce is hard bomb locked in Farron Woods. So we got that hint, and the only check that they couldn't clear in Farron, or it's on one of the cubes, right? It could still be. Oh, 64 is gonna go, because he doesn't have the whip, he can't do the whip trick, so he's gonna have to kind of go around, climb up all the way. Adri was able to do these last 2 checks from the bottom. No, Nindy, it's not lower Bomble Rock, it's the upper Bomble Rock that you can't get to without Bomb Bag. That chest pinged. Yeah. We got a hint for lower Bomble. Yeah. 64, if he thinks about it, should save at the statue here. Maybe, so he can Death Warp. I don't know if he will think about it. There's another gold rupee. Actually, with 6 hearts, Death Warping might not be faster than running all the way. But I think we're going to see them converge in Earth Temple around the same time.
Which I think makes sense here.
Yeah. I mean, again, like, they're at about the same place. Adri has definitely done more, because Adri has done Skyloft. 64 did Sealed Grounds, and...
What did that say?
I totally missed that.
Something was possibly required.
Yeah, we'll see that from... That could have been another Bat 50 hint. There are 2 copies of that. We'll see Adri get it shortly. Yeah, I mean, so Adri also skipped Flooded Fair and Woods completely.
Did they?
Second trap. Yeah. Because he only has one bow. And the second bow was in... Second trap, Magma is dead. Alright, so... Did they...
Yeah, oh, no, they yeah, oh, Audrey was there.
Audrey didn't do... Where was that other bow, then?
I think Audrey just didn't mark it.
It was in Floria. He just skipped it. That's what it was. Duh. Yeah, he just skipped Sealed Grounds and he didn't break into the Farron trial.
Yeah.
Whereas 64 has still not been to Skyloft at all.
At all?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was at all.
Yeah, 64 has not been to Skyloft at all because he got that beetle in the sky and went straight down to Farron. No. Audrey, there was a bow in Lake Floria that was 64's first and Audrey's second, and Audrey just didn't get it. And yes, we did get the big bug net. A very important item. Yeah, I mean, then 64 is gonna be able to the second bow. 64 got his first bow in Floria. So it was just Audrey skipped that when he did Lake Floria. Hard required big bug net for demise. We're not playing with 2 demises. I think logically that might actually become a thing. Like, that becomes required at some point for multiple demises, but yeah, and we're gonna see them holding hands in Earth Temple. Without Hook Beetle. So we don't have Hook Beetle. We also have not seen a path hint for Scaldera.
Depending on boss key placement, we should be able to clear out a lot anyways.
Yeah, well, there's another sword.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, I think the question is, where is our second beetle? Because that's the thing that they might need to actually beat the dungeon, depending on the boss key. Because there are a couple things that they just can't do without either Bomb Bag or Hook Beetle. Like, we might be looking at a genuine double dip of Earth Temple. Alright, that's... Alright, so... That is Hook Beetle or Bomb Bag locked. But they can skip it with a back in time trick. We also have not seen... I assume Audrey peeked the item above the entrance. We haven't seen a hint for the lava tunnel, but there's no way that they're going to be able to get it. Well, there's no fast way they're going to be able to get it.
Yeah, I think you just skip it for now.
Yeah. The 5 crystals that Adri has over 64 Beetle Shop.
Yes.
And I think the other was in Skyloft somewhere.
Yes. It's also, I think, important to note that, like, even though 64 has the money, Adri also has the knowledge of, Fire Shield earrings on the third 100 item in Beetle Shop.
Did Audrey just not buy those?
Couldn't at the time, I don't think.
Yes, he could have.
Unless I'm getting seed bleed again.
You're
getting seed bleed again. I'm getting seed bleed again. I'm gaslighting all of you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, we haven't seen Fire Shield earrings.
I played a seed last night and I had Fire Shield earrings on that spot. I'm so sorry.
So 64 is actually checking Goddess cubes here before he goes into Earth Temple. Because and there's first Goddess cube. I actually think this is smart for 64. All right, well there's our Triforce. Looks like the Bamboo Island cube has something. That's one of the Elden cubes. But 64 is finally doing kind of Sky Loop. So he's going to do, I think, Oriel and Pero. Yeah, he's going to do the Oriel Pero checks. I think he's going to check the Bamboo Island hint. Or that Bamboo Island Goddess cube. And he's finally going to do Skyloft. And I think he's thinking check density now. Magma Turf to Girahim 2, which we had not seen that hand. What was in Magma Turf? It's been so long since we saw that. Scale. Okay. Thank you, Arthur.
Yes, Scale.
Which... Baby Rattle is dead. Yeah, because Skyloft Village. Oh! Well, there's our Amber Tablet. 64 might just go into Linear now.
Yeah.
I wonder. I think he's going to do Linear before Earth Temple, for sure. Alright, so Audrey is going to be able to beat the dungeon. He is going to Orphan the Lava Tunnel check, which is the one thing he can't really get to easily. Scale beat path is interesting because there is nothing in Flooded Farin or Floria other than maybe the cube in Floria. And yeah, like, I do think that hand, if you're 64, is going to push you into Skyloft to go get cubes. Because that's probably pointing to a Goddess cube. Yeah, like, it's at this point, it's pointing either to the Lake Floria cube, which I think is the one in Bazaar, or it's pointing you to the Shed cube. Either way.
Seeing a clear of Skyloft at 50 minutes in is messing with my brain.
I know, right?
But given 64's routing, it makes sense. D, by the way.
Yes.
Alright. We're gonna also see Bombless Scaldera, which can potentially softlock, but I believe in our runners.
Yeah, Audrey did save. He should know the strategies pretty well. Again, this is something where if Yeah, 64 should actually turn it to night here. Because he has Colin's letter. I was like thinking just turn it to night and go... Oh no, Colin's letter. I'm mixing that up.
You're not item from Colin.
Yeah. Yeah. So the trick with Bombless Scaldera is knowing the timing of when to throw these bombs down in the first phase, and then the second phase, there's a like 1 second window or so where you can get a Skyward Strike at the eye. When Scaldera opens its mouth. And there we go.
Nice.
Yeah. And you soft lock if you mess up on the second part here, which is why knowing the timing is really important. Yeah, like this is again, there are checks in Skyloft that Adri might orphan, especially after he gets the Amber Tablet, and if those are really useful, could be good for 64-bit here. Because my suspicion with like the items Adri has, is that he is gonna get the Ember Tablet and just book it to Lanayru. He's gonna just talk to Pero after, because he has all the money he needs, so he doesn't need to talk to Pero now. All right, that is Hook Beetle.
That is Hook Beetle. That's a bomb-locked beetle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not locked behind our other second beetle.
Yeah.
Well, it could be actually, because where was the other beetle? Oh no, sorry, that was me.
It's heart blocked, so
yeah,
likely not.
No, so
it's okay. At least you're not mixing up 3 seeds at once.
Yeah. And let's see. All right, we did not see this yet from 64-bit. That is a sword, so we know where all of our swords and potentially swords we need in Triforces are. Although that Bat 50 sword is not ideal by any means. And we're finally getting a look at... Oh no, we did see this hint.
Theoretically, all we need is Fire Shield earrings.
Theoretically, and a bunch of gratitude crystals. Because they need to get to at least 35.
Mm-hmm. Bro, a world where 15 loose is faster is interesting.
I mean, it's, hey.
But also,
it depends how bad the casino is.
Guspel is required here. We're about to see item in Bird Nest.
Yeah, it's likely that there's something on the bombable wall chest in FS.
Yeah.
At this point, but we just don't know what. But yeah, this is the last thing that could be Bella's locked. Oh, okay.
There it is. That'd be why.
That is why.
You could still have a small key. Bella's locked in there, but
yeah, but that will logically make our Gus Bellows hard required.
This is also pinging.
I mean, if that's Fire Shield earrings, no.
Crystals.
That is 25 for 64-bit. He's not going to go to Betrayal, but I don't think there's any reason for either runner to go to Betrayal. Adri, though, is going to go into Thunderhead for the first time because he's at 4 swords. This makes a lot of sense for him.
$25 for 64 sounds like a good deal.
Yeah, I forget where the last crystals are. It might be here. Elden Volcano to Scaldera. What was... Well, that hint was open from the beginning. Was that just our myths or something?
Where were the first set of myths? No, they were in Skyview. Oh. Elden Volcano to Scaldera. Let's see. We got a bottle. We got...
Claw shots. It's claw shots.
Claw shots.
It's got to be claw shots.
Yeah, it's claw shots.
When in doubt, assume claw shots are on the path. In a seed like this.
Do you remember that Remlet seed way back when me versus Sledgen, where we had path claw shots for crystals?
I do not specifically, but this was 2 years ago, so...
This was 2 years ago, but anytime claw shots is path, I think about that.
Once Adri checks these, I will do our shout out to our runners trackers. We're seeing some new things right now, so I don't want to interrupt that. And fire shield earrings.
Nice.
Although, and with Hook Beetle, actually, Adri is going to just go into Fire Sanctuary here.
Yep.
And this makes a lot of sense for Adri. Anyway, we're at a little over 1 hour, so please give both of our runners, 64-bit and Adri, a follow. Huge thanks to our trackers, Featherblade and Baseball, who, as I said, Baseball does so much for the Zelda communities. And thank you to Momo for hopping in at the last minute to commentate with me.
I don't know anything I'm saying, I'm just here.
64 will be able to get those earrings. Okay, so Adri actually is just going to go to Lineru. I don't know. I would have just done... Oh, he doesn't have Mogomits yet.
Yep. Yeah, no,
That's why he's not.
Yeah, because he hasn't gone into the Farron trial. So my guess is Harp is somewhere in Lineru. But I think if you're 64, you go do Fire Sanctuary after finding your... Actually, maybe not, because you want to go through Boko Base.
64 doesn't have Hook Beetle.
Oh, that's right.
So he's not going to want to. Yeah, Adri, because he doesn't have Bellows, is not going to want to go into... Like, with that hint, I don't think Audrey's going to want to go into Fire Sanctuary here. And some cool white sword dowsing for Audrey that's going to allow him to skip a couple things. Audrey did look at Thunderhead Hintstone. That was the Elden Volcano to Scaldera, which we have sussed out is almost certainly just those claw shots. Because it's claw shots. Claw shots are going to unlock half of Lineru. I think 64 is going to go to Lineru after this, though.
Tone. More
and for
like
him,
tone.
he's pretty happy that he's... I mean, 64 is going to orphan the White Sword check in Thunderhead for a while. No, he is actually going to go into Fire Sanctuary. Okay. Yeah, he should not do Boko Base. Lower Boko Base had nothing, and you need Bomb Bag to get to the top. Oh, that's not good for 64-bit. Unless he forgot to douse. Because you cannot get to the summit part of Boko Base without a bomb bag.
Or Hook Beetle, yeah.
No, you need the bomb bag.
Or not the summit part. I'm thinking there was one ping at the top near Earth Temple.
Oh, there was.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of.
He can get it without Hook Beetle. No, I think he realized.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's our bomb bag.
Oh, that's a terrible spot.
Yeah, 64 is not going to find it. That is not far from finding it. But he's going to go up to Fire Sanctuary first. Again, like, if he doesn't need the bomb bag for Fire Sanctuary or the Hook Beetle, could be really nice. It's just like, really the question for him is, where is the boss key? Oh no, he's just giving you Earth Temple here. Okay. Interesting. I figured the way he was doing this, he was gonna hold out for bomb bag before Earth Temple. Interesting. Huh. Where was Amber Tablet?
Amber Tablet was beetle locked by the only bottle we've seen.
Yeah, I don't know if Amber Tablet was... I don't know if Amber Tablet was actually claw shot locked. Maybe I'm wrong. My assumption is
it was not.
Then what else did we get in Elden that could have been our path?
We got the bottle that led to Amber Tablet. So it could be bottle pad.
Because all of our other 4 bottles are in Lineru.
Yep.
Yeah. You're right. It is actually the bottle, not the claw shots. I just assume when you get claw shots...
I think it's a fine assumption.
When all else fails. Yeah, the harp is going to be in Lineru here, for sure. And so the question really for me now is 64 going to be able to skip? Well, he's not, because you need the harp no matter what. So he's not even going to be able to skip Lineru. But I also think Adri is probably just going to full clear Lineru here. Except for the Gorge dig spot. Which is the other... I forgot about things that are Bella's locked, but that is another one. And that is our good friend Skydive chest. That's unfortunate. Alright, so we know 64 is gonna get his next sword here. Or he already got his sword. Yeah, I mean, the question again is how far in is the harp?
It's more of a leer.
Liar.
Is it leer or liar?
Liar.
I've heard both, so
I think it's liar.
I think you're right.
And would I ever lie to you?
I don't know, you did just say it's liar.
Yeah, I think, like, the interesting thing here is how much does Adri do in his hunt for the harp? Because in Adri's position, essentially, he is harp and
Crystals.
Either crystals or a sword from go mode. So yeah, I mean it's interesting because like I don't know how much an advantage breaking in is gonna do. Right, like it's just one of those things where it's going to depend a lot on how much Adri does after he gets the harp. And how much he has to do. Like, in terms of overall, Adri is clearing the seed more efficiently than, like, time-wise efficiently than 64. So I don't know. There is one hard bomb-locked check in Fire Sanctuary. Yes. There is the chest behind the Bumble Wall. That is... Bellows locked, Magma Mitt's locked. Well, you can bypass the Magma Mitt, but it... Oh no, you can't. It is Bomb Bag, Magma Mitts, and Bellows locked. So... Well, 64 needs to get the bomb bag, I think. I also think
64 might look for bomb bag, yeah.
Yeah. Din's power is a gratitude crystal pack, possibly required.
D.
Gorko is dead. Oh yeah, and Gorge was dead, right? So that's why Audrey's not going in. Yeah, I mean Audrey right now. So for Audrey's go mode, he needs the harp for sure. He potentially needs Bellows, although we'll kind of see. The harp, like, there's a chance where the harp is just in Fire Sanctuary. And the seed is requiring a double dip. Well, we don't know if it's hard required Bellows. Because we don't actually know if Magma Mitts are hard required yet. And we'll see Bombless Scaldera here from 64-bit. Again, like, I think he should be pretty good at this. He's an any percent runner. This is a pretty common speedrun strategy.
Oh.
Okay. Got the hit.
Okay, yeah, he should be fine. But my understanding of Bombless Goldera is if he stays in a vulnerable window for too long without getting hit, that's what can cause a soft lock.
Yeah.
But 64 should be fine.
Okay, yep. He got into phase 2. Which is the important thing. There are many worlds in which you can beat Fire Sanctuary without Magma Mitts.
With the correct bit interactions, it's pretty common.
Oh, he's getting trolled so hard.
Scaldera is trolling!
You can't get... So, the thing about Scaldera is if you are too close, you actually don't hit the eye. Oh,
Scaldera's trolling!
Now he is worried. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of places where the boss key could be, and the dungeon could be beatable without Magma Mitts. There we go.
Alright, we still got it.
Because even one of the two Magma Mitts locked chests is doable back in time. Yeah, if he had missed that cycle and gotten no damage, I think it might have soft locked. So, nice recovery. Alright, so that is like 35 crystals. Again, you don't want to do 15 loose. And Adri is still hunting for other things. But you will at least think about it if you basically hit go mode and just need loose crystals. But again, like, he's gonna just full clear the Linear Desert region. Grab the Goddess Cubes. And yeah, I think 64 is potentially going into Fire Sanctuary here. Even without combat.
Yeah.
Which I think is a smart play. Yeah, Magma Mitts are on the bird's nest, so they are hard locked by Bellows. Basically, the only thing that 64 cannot do... Well, not basically. The only thing 64-bit cannot do is the bombable wall chest in Fire Sanctuary. Like, this is a really smart play for him in the position he's in.
But
he's also gonna grab
one bottle. This sucks.
Yeah. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, you wonder, is he gonna grab this hint? I don't know if he will. Although, it might not be that much slower than Death Warping with 6 hearts. So I think you just grab the hint. Because I think Death Warping is probably going to take close to the same amount of time. And like, again, if Harp is in... So what 64... The thing that 64 also needs, though, to be in go mode is a sword. Or a bunch of crystals. Yeah, we knew that hint had to be somewhere lurking. So it's going to be one of these two.
So, yeah, I guess theoretically, Harp could be in the first half of Fire Sanctuary then?
Yes. Could be anywhere before the Magnet's lock.
Yeah.
So anywhere in the first couple rooms.
Which, this is one of those circumstances where I think you just go forwards regardless because of that. Depending on things, I guess.
With the items 64-bit has, I think you probably do.
Yeah.
Like, you maybe do the statue RBM before you go in further. But beyond that,
I think it would depend on pings, yeah.
Yeah. But I think in 64-bit shoes, there's a chance, you don't know how big, that your harp is here in the first half, so you're not going to want to skip it. Like, it's entirely possible that with Miru Desert it has nothing useful except for crystals and a bottle. And that bottle can't be anything less than possibly required. So like I said, like 64 is playing a lot more aggressively, but I really like a lot of the plays he's been making. I mean, okay, so again, Adri now only needs 5 loose crystals for his go mode sword. But
which
this is harp, I think, has to be in the front half of FS at this point.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Oh, 64-bit is thinking about it and then just realized dying is really hard. From where
that bombs, yeah.
But I don't mind him doing the RBM to grab the statue. I think makes a lot of sense. We have not seen a single check in Betrow. And I think we are going to see Adri do bad 50 here. Regardless. Like, so I think in Adri's shoes, you just grab 5 crystals. Yes, harp on Betrow is possible.
We know that there is a sword on bat 50. So in Audrey's shoes, like, if Adri finds harp, that's definitely not ideal for 64 in this case. Just because that would be a go mode FS.
Yeah. The question is, does 64, if he doesn't get harp here in FS, just, like, if he gets 5 more crystals, does he think about doing something? And yeah, 64 is actually doing the bit warp to the back of FS. He's not doing... Interesting. He's not doing the statue RBM. He's actually doing the bit warp here. Which, actually, I don't know, makes some sense now that I think about it with where he is.
I don't know how much a front half pinged, so...
Yeah. But he can get a few more checks this way. I don't know, like, did this chest have anything? It didn't, but... Oh!
Ooh!
That is one of the Lanero cubes.
Yep, that is really good for Adri.
Unless Magomits and Bellows are hard required. But I think what he's doing here now is he's just... Although he's just going to go get the... Yeah, I mean, I think Adri's probably just going to go down to the Farron trial anyway. He knows where his third Triforce is. It's sealed grounds, and it's not ballad locked because it's not Corco. Although he has ballad, so actually kind of a moot point.
Oh, I didn't know you could grab the vine from there. Nice.
Yeah, so Audrey's gonna go do. Well,
that's the cue. Okay.
I wonder if 64 is gonna just not come back here. If he's just gonna beat the dungeon and leave and not come back and go to Lanayru. Like, this could now come down to how Audrey routes Fire Sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
Because if Audrey does forwards Fire Sanctuary and does the whole thing, that is going to give 64-bit some time back.
Yeah, I didn't get a good look
64-bit
at how...
is going to have to do Lanayru, I think, no matter what. Well, we know he does.
I didn't get a good look at how 64 pinged, but it looked like there were more back half pings. So...
Well, it was these two chests that ping from the front half.
Yeah. So the bit warp makes sense with that.
Yeah. Yeah, again, the question... Because, like, the question for Audrey is what does he read from that bellows? The thing that's, I think, going to be his saving grace, though, is I think he's just going to go to Skyloft for his sword anyway. Ooh. There we go. Like, 464, the best thing would be if this is a sword, I think. The problem is he's still going to basically full clear Lanayru. Because he has no hints pointing him to the heart. So I don't know. I mean, more crystals. Shouldn't have to do loose for that sword on 50. But I don't know, like, is Audrey gonna just... The thing is that Bellows required is probably telling Audrey that he still needs Mogramits somewhere. And so is he gonna start hunting for Mogramits? I just don't know. Like, I think Audrey's probably ahead still, but it's really hard to tell with what they've got to do. Like, it just is, because of...
Cute.
I don't know, like, where is Audrey going to go from here?
Where is Audrey's last Triforce piece?
Sealed Grounds, which he can get at this point. It's
Do they have the hint for it?
I believe so. I don't think it was in Sealed Grounds, which...
Then they're just gonna wait to grab that until the very end.
Yeah, like, I think that was an early hint that he's got.
So I'm thinking they might be banking on the fact... maybe not, since we're still getting stuff.
I mean, I think he's hoping that, like, if this is a sword, he's probably going to go to Sealed Grounds for the first time now. Yeah, he's just going to go to Sealed Grounds and grab the statue. So the heart was on one of the goddess chests from Lanayru. So 64-bit is going to full clear Lanayru.
Nice. Good fight, 64.
Yeah. And this is going to be 64's Triforce.
Did Adri have the Patro hint before?
Yeah, he got one of Sorry, Adri, I think did. Yeah, I think he's seen both copies of it.
Okay. I don't remember where the other copy was. I think he
was lining to Fire Sanctuary here.
Yeah.
So I think this is now Adri's race if he does back at first. Although, again, he still needs to go get that sword. So we'll see. Like 64-bit has a more 64-bit is going to go do Linearu and then hopefully check the cubes and grab stuff on the way. He just has a lot to do in Linearu before he gets there. Like I said, if Adri just does a lot of things before Fire Sanctuary, but I think he's going for Bird's Nest here. So he's going to get his Magma Mix. And then it's just a matter of what order he does stuff in Fire Sanctuary. Because the boss key is in the back half, if Adri does Fire Sanctuary forwards, he's going to lose some time to 64. Well, no more loose crystals. Adri's going to go Bat Warp. It's going to be funny if there's a second sword in Patro.
That would be actually hilarious.
I mean, it feels like it's either there or it's in Fire Sanctuary. Or one of the trials we haven't seen. We are still missing one song. 64 did not go to Pirates yet. He might go to Pirates after this. But 64-bit does not actually need the bomb bag to beat the seed.
$10, 30, 40, and 50.
And I mean, does it ping this? No. Yeah, he's in go mode for sure. So he's not even bothering. Yeah, I mean, basically, this is a race between how does Adri route Fire Sanctuary versus how does 64-bit route stuff after he full clears Linearu. I want to say the edge is probably slightly to Adri here, but genuinely it depends on if he does front half of Fire Sanctuary, 64 could win this. If he goes straight to back half, it's Adri's race. Like it is I think still going to be hard for 64 to win. But it's doable. I mean, what's black screen? We lost stream. What the hell just You lost stream somehow?
Oh yeah, it's just a solid black screen. Chat, you can still hear us, correct?
I don't know if they can hear us. You can hear us. Okay. I'm trying to check and see what's going on. Give me a minute. I'm trying to fix this. So 64 is going through. Audrey is saving in the volcano. Momo, please tell them what's going on while I try and fix the stream.
Alrighty, so Adri has entered into Fire Sanctuary here, has shot down the first little water pod and is going all the way across. It appears that Audrey is going through, used the small key. All right. Meanwhile, 64 is heading towards the rest of Sandsea to get the last couple of checks over there. Audrey is pinging. Doesn't see a lot of pings in the front half here. Still going forwards.
We are having some issues. Sorry, I'm trying to
take your time.
Trying to get this set up.
Can we give a big shout out to our lovely restreamer who puts in a lot of hard work for the Skyward Sword community? Yeah, it's just, I have a face for radio. It's fine.
Yeah, so Audrey is doing forwards FS right now.
Yes.
That is the big thing.
Which gives 64 a little bit of time to sort of catch up, but clearing out all of Lanayru is going to take quite a bit of time. Given the amount of pings that there were.
Yeah, that's the thing, is I think Audrey is still slightly ahead.
I would agree.
We are calling in Trez to help as well. Because unfortunately I can't figure out what's going on. Yeah, we are.
All right, 64 is in caves right now, and Adri is about to do water pod room. Not much else to say, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I
take your time, Golden.
64-bit not having bomb bag will actually speed up his clear of Lanayru, because there are a bunch of things he's not going to be able to do without bomb bag.
This is true, actually. I did not consider this.
Right, like,
right.
He's going to go to the end of caves, but he's not going to be able to get the checks in fire or lightning nodes. He's not even going to go into lightning node, potentially.
Yep. We are working on fixing the technical difficulties at the moment.
Yeah. Trez is working. Yeah, we are having some technical difficulties. Please bear with us. We know it is black screen. We know it is voice for radio.
$64 is about to strike the cube at mines. What Lanayru cube was?
It was, I think, the cage robot cube.
Okay.
Let's see. You know, I did notice my voice has gotten better as I've been talking for 2 hours.
Heck yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't sound good to the rest of you. I was at a basketball game yesterday and screaming a lot.
Ooh, okay. Adri just got a nice double hit on the Magmanos.
Yeah, man. I think this is, again, the question is, does Bumble Wall ping? Like, that's just gonna slow down Adri.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like, if you're cheering for 64.
I don't know if they pinged it from afar or not.
Yeah. But all right. Trez is fixing things. Let's see. Okay, the bot is back. I'm trying to get us back. Bear with me.
In the meantime, 64 is brake sliding epically through mines right now.
All right.
Well, Adri is trucking along through fire sanctuary. Bumble Wall was not pinging. So, video is back?
Video's back. Okay.
Yay!
Cool. Huge thanks to Trez. Trez did everything. Bumble Wall is not pinging. So, I think this is Adri's race, but this is going to be really close. Like, I genuinely think this is going to be a close race.
I agree.
Again, 64 skipping Pirate Stronghold and not getting the bomb bag is what's going to make it close. But yeah, I mean, Adri ended up full clearing almost the entire seed. But yeah, like 64 kind of had to do all these pinging chests. But I think Adri is going to get into go mode first because he's just going to get the boss key and then go through. So.
No worries, Trez. Thank you for the quick fix.
Yeah. Huge shout out to Trez. Of course, Crystal making fun of Trez here. Yeah, like...
I've never once seen Crystal make fun of Trez.
Never?
Never.
You sure about that?
I am positive about that one.
Yeah,
she is legally allowed to do it now. This is true.
Unfortunately, it's just beating the dungeon is going to be a little faster than 64 finishing the rest of Linearu and clearing it, and especially because he's got to do this with Hook Beetle, and he's going to check both nodes at least, I think.
Likely.
But, I mean, ended up being a really close race despite kind of very different paths through the whole seed. 64 definitely made it a close race. But I just don't think there's enough time for him to catch up. Unless he literally beeline to the sky, but also he has no reason to do that. Like,
yeah.
Like, in his position, he's gonna go do this. But yeah, I mean, this was, like I said, this is a really fun race. Like, ended up just being really close. We got to see some very big differences between the two runners in what they did. I'm not going to respond to chat right now. We don't know where our last Master Sword is. Yeah, I mean, I think 64 will hit go mode before Adri finishes.
I think so too, yeah.
It's, you know, a couple minute difference here, but yeah, it's I don't know.
I actually have the last sword. That's my bad.
Maybe the last sword was the friends we made along the way.
Yo, we're making friends here?
Yes, I hit the last. It's also possible the last sword was on the BAT 30 chest that we just never saw.
That would be really funny.
We're never going to know. But yeah, that's 64 bits, 50 crystals. Yeah, I mean, it could be Boko-based Summit. There are a few options. Boko-based Summit, it could just be in the Elden Trial that we never saw a hint for. Nobody's been to Boko Summit, so we don't know. I mean, 64 still needs the harp. He can get it, but yeah, it's just like he needs the harp. He has to pick up the sword. Like, I think what we're going to see is 64 is going to go to the sky. He's going to go to the sky and douse, get the harp, and then beeline it over to Betrow. But he's probably a few minutes behind into endgame. And for the record, those gust bellows were not required. Oh, 64. Yep. So that was the chest that 64 skipped. No, wait, it wasn't that one. Was it? It was the one.
No, it was the other one.
It's not the one that he just stood by that he just didn't grab.
Nope.
Right. It's the one on this island. Okay. If it had been that one, that would be bad. He's going to skydive down onto it, which is a little precise, but not too hard. And that is go mode for 64-bit. He's got to go just beeline to Betrow.
Yeah, I think we're looking at like a 4-minute difference, given cutscenes and whatnot.
I'm in the race time room, so I don't want to say.
Oh, fair enough.
As restreamer, once Adri hit go mode, I wanted to check because they're on a 10-minute delay. But
fair enough.
So I won't predict the difference, but it is, I mean, relatively close. Like, 64-bit is going to be maybe not... He will be entering Sealed Grounds, I think, before the seed finishes for Adri.
Very clean G3 thus far from Adri. Got that purple hand skip.
Yeah. Phase 2 of Gear 3 is the trickiest one. .64-bit is just holding the B button with the fast text. He does not go for the stun lock here, but it's still pretty fast.
Good job.
I wonder if 64-bit is just gonna ping the chest. No.
No.
Yeah.
No reason to.
They'll be in sealed ground, I think, by the time Audrey finishes up.
Audrey using a shield? I could never.
I'm a shield player.
Nope. Sorry, that's my alarm going off. I forgot to shut that off.
I recognize that alarm noise.
I don't know why I have that set.
The default Android alarm noise, I think.
Yep. I thought I turned that off. Oh, this demise music is lovely. Ooh, clean phase 1.
Yeah. 64-bit is going to be basically entering the gate of time when Audrey finishes. So yeah, it's about a 4-minute difference, 3 to 4 minutes. That is GG's for Audrey. And congratulations on taking the best of 3. We are going to bring Audrey in for an interview. GG Audrey.
GG's.
And GG64.
64 from the future?
Yes. 64 from the future. So, first of all, congratulations, Audrey.
Thanks.
What did you all think? What did you both think about the seed?
Well, that was quite close, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch back, you two went in very different directions, and we really couldn't tell who was going to win until pretty close to the end.
Until Harp, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, even after that, the fact that the FS bus key placement, and I did FS Vanilla was really a big time loss for me.
Yeah, I think what we said is if the Bumble wall had pinged, that might have given 64 an opening. Although I don't know if it would have been enough time, but it would have been even closer.
Yeah, well, I mean, granted, that probably would have been terrible for me because I never found the bomb bag.
The bomb bag was in Pirate Stronghold.
Yeah.
I skipped that mainly because I got whip in, I forget where it was, but it was in a location where I'm like, it was like path to something, and I'm like, the only other place that is hard locked by whip is skippers. That's why I skipped pirates.
I think that makes sense.
It worked out because you did not need the bomb bag for anything this seed. So...
yeah, because I was pretty much hoping that by the time I finished Earth Temple, which I don't want to talk about that Scaldera. That Scaldera fight.
You saved it though.
Yes, I saved it. Every single cycle of that fight, I thought I soft locked, and then I didn't.
Yeah, we could tell, like, you were probably nervous, because even in chat, people were like, oh, did he make it? Did he soft lock it? It was okay. Yeah. Almost Scaldera is harder than it looks. Although it looks hard to me.
It is very easy to mess up.
Yeah, I just wound up with, like, the rocks just blocked one of my spin attacks. And the big issue with Bombless Scaldera is if you are in the rhythm of it, it's fine. But as soon as like something happens, like you miss a spin attack or something that breaks that rhythm, then it's really awkward. But yeah, I think like the most interesting thing about this seed was the fact that there were only 2 Baron hints at the start. So it's one of those seeds where it's like every region other than those 2 has something.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think does kind of influence routing a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and there's kind of no way to get all of Lineru for that heart either, because there's no way you were going to get the cube and not kind of do everything else. And 64 just finished up on stream, so GG's 64 on the swap over.
GG's.
Sorry, I want to switch to the interview screen, but things are behaving odd, so give me a minute. That should be good.
Yeah, GG is like I'm just happy that this race was really close.
I mean, I think you did great.
Yeah, you did.
I loved your routing of just immediately booking it to Skyview because you had claw shots, you had the beetle, you know, it made sense. You doing Skyloft at 50-55 minutes in hurt my brain a little bit. But I think it worked in your favor a little bit. So
yeah, I was thinking that, like, I was looking at the timer when I went to Skyloft. It was like it's like it's a very rare seed where you're starting your first Skyloft clear at 50 minutes.
But it really worked out for you.
I hesitate a lot to do this, but I was just like, well, the pass in the sky could just be Oriel, so let's just try to get a bottle in Skyloft first.
Yeah, 64 booked it. He got the beetle and just said, okay, I can beat Skyview.
Usually I let Lumpy aside until I can get to the puts to get the cube. So just wanted to be safe for that. And since there were no bottle, I just got there before going to Farron for the beetle.
Well,
yeah, I'm trying to think of like what other.
Do we know who you're going up against next, or is that still undecided?
It will be Oni or Nindy.
Yeah, it's the winner of Oni and Nindy. So this is the first best of 3 finished up. There's still 2 more weeks for this round, so everyone has some time. They just got their 2 races done today. One of the other best of 3s is doing a triple header today. So, yeah, we'll see. I think Oni and Indy played one game, but they haven't scheduled the other 2 yet. So, yeah, but that will get you to the semifinals. I think whoever you get to play, that'll be a good best of 3. I'm trying to think if I have other questions for you two or anything else I wanted to ask about. Oh, I don't know if you all figured this out. The Elden Volcano to Scaldera path was the bottle. That was something we figured out at some point in the seed, which was kind of funny.
Yeah, interesting.
About that at all.
Yeah. I doubt you all figured that out. We just kind of figured out it had to be for whatever it was on Oriel or Pero. The Amber Tablet blocked all of your other bottles. I don't have anything else. If none of you have anything else, we can wrap up.
Yeah, just GG's to both of you.
Yeah, GG again.
Yeah.
GG.
Yeah, please give both of our runners a follow, 64-Bit and Adri. Huge thanks to Momo for commentating with me and Featherblade and Baseball for helping with tracking. We may have another race in an hour to 2 hours. It's on the schedule, but it may not happen. Jazzix versus KitKat Game 3. Otherwise, stay tuned. I think there's another best of 3 happening next Sunday. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we're going to go raid, I think, ZSR 2. Yes, we're going to go raid ZSR 2. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good rest of your Sunday.